Guys, how you handle your problems when they arise in your fitness business is the number one determining factor in your success or failure. Because let's be honest, like we can come at business with the right strategy and we can hire the right mentor and we can follow the right blueprint. But at the end of the day, it's how we're navigating through our adversities that determines like how successful that we become in our online business. And this same concept applies to you and your fat loss clients as well. And I'm sure you know this. How many of you have a fat loss client where every single time they plateau or they realize that the scale hasn't moved, they get super frustrated and overwhelmed and almost like very emotional over every single setback that happens in their fitness journey? And it's almost like you literally have to like mentally and like physically and emotionally coach them through every single problem that arises. Guys, how you handle problems in your fitness business is the number one determining factor in how successful you become. So let's talk about problems, right? Like, what do I mean by problems? We're gonna really go into some problems that I know that a lot of you guys are gonna face. But to illustrate the depth of this concept, I want to share about a workout that me and my business partner Cole were having. This was like about 3 years ago. This was back when Cole was still learning like the mindset of a successful entrepreneur. Cole, before he worked with Aesthetic Nation, was very like almost very snappy. Like he would get mad very easily at things. And like over time, I was just like, bro, like it's just not worth the energy. So we were working out and like we're doing like tricep overhead dumbbell extensions. And then when he put the weight down, he dropped it on the floor. The weight bounced up, down, and boom, smashed literally right onto his brand new iPhone, smashed the whole screen. And it was like unusable. So I remember Cole picked up this phone and he looked at it and he was like, that's life. And we just literally continued our workout. And he didn't mention the phone once the entire workout. Just like that's life. He just literally phone smashed, that's life, and he completely moves on. See, that sort of circumstance is a circumstance that would cause a lot of people a lot of stress. And I think I would even be a little bit stressed and anxious in that circumstance. But when we actually approach life with that mentality, that's life, and we just move through it and we navigate through it, we figure out a way to solve the problem rather than sit in it, because it's very easy for us to sit in our problems and be like, oh, this sucks. This isn't working. Can't believe I dropped my phone. We call 3 of our friends. This sucks, man. Like I fucking just dropped my phone. Oh wait, we can't call our friends because we just dropped our phone. We talked to the next 3 people that we talked to in the streets. Like, man, I just dropped my phone. I smashed it. And we're just constantly like reliving that problem. Guys, it's this attitude of refusing to get knocked off of his game. That's what led to Cole getting to $20,000 to $25,000 a month in his fitness business. Is he didn't let little shit throw him off. There's an attitude that we're going to talk about in this podcast, but I also want to talk about one of my clients, Kenny Marie, because we're talking about problems in our fitness business, right? And like for a couple of weeks, Kenny was seriously struggling with booking phone calls. Like she was just having a hard time, like mentally booking phone calls. And when she got a phone call, the phone call said no to her. Like the person said no. Kenny Marie literally said to me, she's like, when that person said no to me, it lit a fire under my ass and this ignited my passion. She booked 11 phone calls that week. Okay, so this is the attitude, all right? We're gonna talk about the attitude you need. The attitude is either this. It's one of 2 things. It's either woe is me or fucking try me, all right? So it's either woe is me or fucking try me. So let's talk about problems that you're gonna face while building your business. And we're gonna take the woe is me approach, right? Let's say you book a call with a potential client and they cancel on you. The woe is me attitude is like, man, like I just spent 20 minutes booking this call with this client and they just canceled on me. This totally sucks, man. Like, I don't even know why I'm trying this fucking DMs shit. Like, it's not even working. I'm like sitting here and I'm trying to book phone calls. I'm trying to build my business. I'm trying to pay for my rent. I've got kids to feed and this client cancels on me. Like, what the hell, man? Like, woe is me, right? Or fucking try me. Fucking try me is like a client canceled me, like, yo, that client just canceled. That means my DM script needs work. I'm going to fucking work on it. And the next client that I book a phone call with is not only going to show up, but I'm also going to enroll them into my program and I'm going to change their fucking life. So it's either like client cancels on a phone call and you either, woe is me, like, I can't believe this happened. Like, this sucks. Or you're like, yo, fucking try me. Like, wait until the next call that I book. I'm going to completely transform this person's life. Yo, let's go a layer deeper though. Like I want to hit everything. Let's talk about like, what if you don't have enough money to pay your rent this month, right? What if you're an online coach right now and you're struggling, you're like trying to build your business and you don't have enough money to pay your rent this month? It's woe is me or it's fucking try me. Woe is me is like, man, like I've been trying this online coaching thing and I'm trying to put out my posts and like nobody's responding and the shit isn't working and like I can't figure it out. Like I have no idea why no people aren't buying right now. It's like COVID, it's the holidays. So I don't have enough money to pay my rent. If I don't pay my rent this month, am I going to have to go back to my 9 to 5? Woe is me, right? Woe is me. This sucks. Woe is me. Or fucking try me. Like, yo, I don't have enough money to pay my rent this month, so I'm going to work 12 to 16 hours a day for the next 7 days straight until I make enough money. I'm going to pay my rent and I'm going to have an extra $500 on top of that so that I can go out and I can treat myself for making enough money to pay my rent because I'm a fucking badass. So like problem arises, right? Not enough money to pay my rent, and we either have the woe is me attitude or we have the fucking try me attitude. There's only two, right? Even if you get busy with school. So there's a lot of people right now that are busy with exams and they've got, it's finals coming up. Like, man, I'm so busy with school. Like, I don't have enough time for my business and school. And like, I'm like trying to like work on my personal life too. And like, I'm like really trying, but it's not working. And this sucks. Like, man, I wish I didn't have finals because then I wouldn't have to do this. And I wish finals were over. I wish it was January already. Woe is me, right? It sucks. Woe is me, this sucks, or fucking try me. Yo, I got finals coming up, so I'm gonna be way more organized with my time. I'm not gonna watch any fucking TV for the next 30 days. I'm gonna do everything in my power to make sure that this shit happens. I will stay up later. I will stay up later. I will get up earlier. I will do whatever is necessary in these next 30 days while I have finals to make sure that not only do I crush my finals, but I also build a business in the meantime. Somebody that I wanna talk about right now, her name is Tamara Babick. She was one of my clients back in January of 2020. Tamara Babick joined my program in the middle of finals for chiropractor exam. Now, I don't know how many of you guys know about like chiropractor school, but it's literally so intense that they do 3 years straight of school. They don't take a break. Like there's no summer break. It's like 3 years straight. So she was in the middle of finals for her chiropractic school. She got straight A's on all of her finals and she made $5,000 that month. And, right? So it's woe is me or it's fucking try me. Anything, guys. The client drops off your program, right? So you've got a client, they paid for the first month, and then they drop off your program. Woe is me attitude is like, man, like, fuck, I can't get anyone to commit to my program. It's like, it's right before the holidays, so all these people are canceling on me. I have no idea how I'm going to make this work. Like, I don't know what's wrong with my service that people would drop off. I worked so hard on this person's program, and they just dropped off my program, and I'm not really sure, like, what I did wrong or, like, how I failed them. Woe is me, right? It sucks. And we can sit in that for a long time. We can talk to 5 of our friends about it. Dude, this guy paid me. I did his program. He dropped off. What the hell, right? Or fucking try me. Client drops off my program. I'm like, yo, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that my current clients get an even better service so I can like, in my mind, show that client what they're missing out on. If that one client dropped off, I'm going to make sure that I serve the fuck out of every single one of my other clients. I'm going to do everything in my power to show up every single day for these people so that they see how valuable that my service is and so they never want to leave. So when a client drops off your program, we're either like, woe is me, or we're like, yo, fucking try me. Same thing for everything. Client asks for a refund. Woe is me. I can't believe they'd ask for a refund. I did everything in my power. Like I tried everything. Like why would they ask for a refund when I did all the work? Or fucking try me. This client asked for a refund. So like literally I'm going to do whatever is necessary in this situation to talk to this client to get them, come to some sort of common ground. And also every single client that's in my program is going to feel my energy, my power, my presence. There's going to be no fucking clients that drop off and there's going to be no clients that ask for refunds. They're going to see that I'm the best possible coach that I can possibly be and that I set up my systems to make sure that they win. Woe is me or fucking try me. You get to the end of the week and you book no calls. Man, like, can't believe I booked no calls this week. I posted 3 times on social media. I was active on my stories. I'm doing everything right. I'm trying to use social media. It's still not working. Shit. Right? Woe is me. Or fucking try me. Yo, I booked 0 calls this week. Like there must be something wrong with my content. So I'm going to go into it. I'm going to study. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to watch every single lead generation strategy that BMark Fit and Corey and Cole put out. I'm going to make sure that I understand how to lead gen properly because I must be doing something wrong if I'm putting out content and not booking calls. There has to be something broken. And I'm going to do everything in my power to fucking fix it. Woe is me or fucking try me. Guys, for me, it's either like, there's only 2 options when you're an entrepreneur. It's you figure it out or you bitch about it and nothing happens. That's the only 2 options in my eyes. And unfortunately, I see a lot of people that have the potential to really crush it in their business. Maybe they have the following, maybe they have the physique, maybe they have the look, maybe they have the energy, maybe they have the attitude, but they're just allowing problems to cripple them, like chop them up for the knees. They're allowing their problems to sit in their business and they just sit there for too long and they don't deal with it. Guys, deal with your problems and move the fuck on. Move on. Like, you've got to like figure out a way to move through it and not sit in it. The longer we sit in it, the longer nothing happens. And everything that we do has momentum, positive and negative. And so if we constantly are talking about our problems and the things that are going wrong in our business, and we're not just moving on and solving it, we're always going to find another problem. Like, that's it. For me, I'm just like, when something comes up in my business that isn't optimal, I deal with it immediately as fast as possible. And then I move on. Because even though there might be a client that cancels on you, clients will call on you, there's still going to be 4 that show up. And those 4 that show up are going to feel the energy that you have. And if you're constantly negative because all these things are happening and you're allowing it to get inside of you, then when those 4 clients show up to the call, they're going to feel that you're not feeling the best because you let one problem get to you. Your progress is not going to speed up by quitting, and your progress is definitely going to be stalled if you're sitting there and you're complaining about all the things that are going wrong in your business instead of finding solutions and figuring it out. Like, yo, if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to be an online coach, online fitness coaches solve problems. That's what we do. Entrepreneurs solve problems. And so when things come up, as they will, you get to make a decision. Am I going to allow this problem, like not booking enough calls or not having enough money to pay rent or being too busy with school or being too busy with work or clients dropping off my program or client leaves a deposit and then they don't want to do the program? Am I going to allow these things to cripple me and cut me off at the knees, or am I going to fucking do something about it? There's only 2 options. It's either woe is me, this sucks, life is hard, or it's fucking try me. Like, yo, this is nothing. I got this. That's life. Doesn't matter. Moving on. Your business is never going to grow your mindset. So if you're sitting there and you're constantly complaining about all the things that are going wrong, you're going to just find more things that are going wrong. But if you sit there and you ask yourself, how can I find solutions immediately to every problem that arises? That's where all the success is. All right. So thank you so much for tuning in. This is the Change Lives, Make Money Online Training Podcast, the #1 show for online fitness coaches who are trying to grow a successful online business. The next time that a problem arises in your business, I want to view it as an opportunity for you guys to grow. The next time that something comes up in your business that isn't optimal, that isn't awesome, I want you to use it as a chance to challenge yourself. Instead of complaining about it for too long or sitting in it for too long, literally just make the decision, be like, yo, this is nothing. And then just move through it. I got this shit. It's fucking nothing. And I'm going to get better for next time so that it's less likely to happen next time. But this is nothing. I got this shit. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to solve this problem.